Hey guys, Eric here with another just random video for you guys. I began to think about, when I pick up the guitar, I begin to notice a little bit of a pattern. And that is what I play the first thing when I pick up a guitar. Okay? There's about 2 or 3 different things that I play the very first thing when I pick up a guitar. Acoustic guitar, I'll just say that. Electric guitar is a little different. But when I pick up an acoustic guitar, one of the first things I do is I'll do the standard bluegrass tag lick. And those, I've already done many different videos on that one lick alone. If you'll go to my website, but my YouTube channel, and search for standard bluegrass tag licks, I think I actually teach it on that one. Okay, that's number one. That's the first thing, one of the things that I play on my acoustic guitar. Also, when I pick up my acoustic guitar, which a lot of you have been asking questions about what model it is a Martin DCX1E. I'm not sure if they make these anymore, because when I go search for them, they always say this item is unavailable right now at this time. So you can't really order them anymore, seems like, unless you buy one that's already been used. But they do have other models, and if you'll check my Amazon link down below and do a search on the Martin X series, then I am sure that you'll be able to find something very comparable to this model. More of the newer models nowadays of the X series, especially with electrics in it, electric acoustic models, they'll just have a couple knobs up here for maybe tone and volume. This actually came with a Fishman Precis Plus pickup system, which I go over in my brand new Bluegrass Guitar course, which will be coming out within the coming weeks. And that is where you can find more information of that is www.bluegrassguitaressentials.com. This came with a Precis Plus. It's got all kinds of things. It includes a tuner, volume. It's got bass, mid, and treb. It's got notch filter, a brilliance a filter, and a phase little switch there to kind of help prevent noise and feedback. But most of the newer models of Martin can now come up with, they have maybe 2 knobs here, and some of them even have controls inside here. So you may be able to actually find one that's cutaway as well. I think the one that always pulls up when I do an X series Dreadnought or DX series or whatever, when I go to Amazon or wherever, I find that the Martin, I think it's the DXMAE, I think that's what it's called. That's one of the most popular ones. And once again, if you use that Amazon link below, then I will, if you purchase a guitar or whatever you want to purchase, any of the products that I may have reviewed on these sites, on these videos, Amazon gives me a affiliate commission off of that. So that will allow you to support me in some of these videos here just by using a link to a website that you may be already using to purchase your products. So if you do use that link, thank you so much for your support. But another thing that I actually play a lot of is the first thing that I played here just a minute ago. That right there is a tough little spot. Okay, so it's just basically a G run, and you kind of repeat that. Okay, after you end on that G note, and you might not be aware of how I'm doing that. First of all, I'm doing a open A to the 1 to the 2. So I'm open, and then I'm picking this, but hammering on to the 2nd fret on the A string. And then an open D, and then a pull off on the 2nd fret. And then a downstroke on the G string. Watch my picking hand and watch exactly how I pick this. So it's a down, up on the D, then a down, and then a down on the G. That type of picking actually gets me in the direction that I need to be in order to make the next notes have the most volume possible that I can, and to make the picking easier for me. And this is the best way I think it is to pick these kind of licks, and I'm showing you the best way I know how. Now, when coming back down, you're going to up a stroke, and then another upstroke, and then another upstroke, downstroke. So we got 3 downstrokes in a row, from the pull-off, then a hammer on, and then another pull-off. Not a pull-off, but an actual pick stroke. Pull-off, there. So watch very carefully. Okay. Now, in case you watch one of the other hands, watch the opposite hand this time. Okay. Actually, that's a little different. When I'm doing it fast, I do it a little different. If I'm doing the lick by itself, here's how we'll do it. Okay, but if I'm kind of splicing it together with that other lick, that last note is not a downstroke, it's an upstroke, because I'm working my way into the actual complete lick. It's going to be an upstroke, then a downstroke on the D, and then another downstroke on that hammer on, then another up, down, G, downstroke, and then it's just going to be a quick slide from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the G string, having this little shape in mind, which revolves around that F shape, which is part of the G chord here. So we have the first finger on the 3rd fret and the middle finger on the 4th fret, B and G string, and then we're just going to slide back down. When you're lifting up, this is not a pull off. You're just going to come straight up, an upstroke. Okay, so it's another one of those. Let's see, let me do it fast, then I can find out where I'm at. So you're going to completely, once you do that that G note there, that's an upstroke because we're going to come up. That directs us to come back up to that A string. Actually, it's not a pull off; it's a hammer on. So it's a downstroke, up on the D, upstroke on the G, downstroke, hammer on A, 2nd fret, open D, upstroke, and then we're just going to do a 1st fret pull off, downstroke, and if possible, you're going to want to do an upstroke, but if possible, make that a downstroke on that E string. Then an upstroke on the open A, and then a lot of times it's hard for me to go real quick. So what I'll do is I'll just do a hammer on there, and that'll be a downstroke from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret on the E string. Because if you're doing it that way, your downstroke there, and then a down, you're going to end on an upstroke, which is not what you want to do. It's going to be, you need that downstroke to be the attack. And if you do it this way, that upstroke there, that's in between the A and the E string, and that always messes me up when I try to do that, especially when it's going at that speed. So I just tend to do the last note as a hammer on. I've been training myself to do that so that I don't have to, you know, mess up there. So once again, very slow. And the opposite hand. Let's try it again. I'm already in that habit of that up, down, up, but you want to get that hammer on unless you can actually perform that up, down thing. So that's number 2. Number 3, real quick. By the way, I am still using the pick that I reviewed in one of the last videos, and that is the Blue Chip TP50. This is the triangle pick. I'm still, well, this is the very same day that I recorded that video, so obviously I'm still thrilled with it. Still defaulting to this pick for the time being on all my band live shows, practices, everything. I want to put it through its paces and make sure it does have enough tone to project any solos when I need to, and still have that nice subtle woody tone for, you know, slow songs like, you know, The Legend of Captain John. Which of course is in E flat, 3rd fret, capo, C shape. The last thing that I play, and I'm going to have to, since I've been playing all this other stuff, I'm going to have to kind of work myself into this, because there's a variation of kind of like that last one that I do. There's a little run that I do every now and then. And that's just a quick run. That's just to get my alternate picking a good warm-up, and especially not only just alternate picking on one string, but while changing strings. And obviously, you know, I do that a couple times so that I can warm up. There's a variation of that. That's not exactly the way I do it, but there's a variation on that. The other thing I'm trying to do, there it is. It's kind of like this. Kind of part of the last lick that I did, but I've been really trying to figure out ways to use this little lick here, using that open string there, that open B, trying every way that I can, every way that I can think of, to use that little open string lick to give me more flexibility when I'm going up and down, because after so much of this, then it just becomes boring, and you're trying to find new ways to incorporate another lick somewhere in there that will make a little bit of it sound different, so that the whole thing sounds different. And basically that's just the G run. And so you're just going to slide up here, 2nd fret to the 4th, and then up to the 3rd fret here on the B. And this is important. You got to come back down. You're going to go up to that B on the 5th fret. You got to come back down to that 3rd fret B, because that leads to right here. And the trick is you got to hit the G and then the open B. And then that gives you time to hit the 2nd fret here on the G string. And then you can end that however you want to. The same way we did the last lick, or you know, that coming down here on the 4th fret in the D string. And the open string lick is very nice to use on the A minor chord. I've noticed that because I've been using that a lot with There Is a Time and 4 Horses, the song 4 Horses of the Apocalypse, which is also on my channel. It's an old video, but it's on here. I'm not sure if it'll work in C or not. It could, right there. So you can just mix that with all kinds of different licks that you're used to playing, or that I've already went over before. And try to work that in. Now that's what I do a lot of the time, is I'll find something totally by accident. And I'll be like, okay, remember that? and try to work that into some of the stuff you already know. And that forces me to think outside of what I'm already doing instead of doing that, because I got so tired of, because it's such a standard sound for me. I'm trying to work my way out of that. And then if you want to, that note is up here. So you can end it up here. Okay, so you can come back to it here. That lets you come from this position, which is starting on the 3rd fret, come back to the open position. And then of course, I'm just messing around, so I'm not exactly know where I'm going. Okay, so guys, that is 3 and a half. The half was the, you know, the alternate picking thing that I've just been trying to work on. You always want to end on a downstroke, okay, because that's the attack, that has the punch. But that is the 3 and a half, and I think I'll use that for the title. 3 and a half things I play when the 3 of the half first things I play when I pick up my guitar, something around there. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this. Sorry that it's not tabbed, but as I've said before, I'm focusing my efforts on getting the Bluegrass Guitar Essentials course out, and all that's going to be tabbed out. Okay, so look forward to that, and maybe after that we can get, maybe, I'm not going to promise anything, maybe every now and then we can tab some of these YouTube videos that I feel need tabbing for you guys to enjoy and look at. So thanks so much. Please do check out that website, www.bluegrassguitaressentials.com. Sign up for updates. That's where I'm going to be sending out the majority of the updates, is through that mailing list. It will not be a newsletter. You can read more information about that when you get on the site. And by the way, if you're using a mobile app, it does kind of appear, the coding in there is not very good. So I used a widget to enable it to pull in some of the graphics and everything from the website itself. And so if you're using a mobile app, the text is really tiny, and then you've got this big, huge splash screen, unless I fixed it by then. So just kind of zoom in down there, and you can enter your information. But I recommend you do it on a computer, because it's actually more proportioned that way. So check that site out. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about the new course coming up. Share that website with people. And if you decide to purchase any of these materials, a Martin guitar, a Page capo, a pick holder, some of these different picks, a strap, anything you can think of, please do check out my Amazon link. You can go straight to Amazon through there, and Amazon does pay me an affiliate commission. It's small, but it does help support me and my work here on this YouTube channel, as well as the Bluegrass Guitar Essentials course and other things that I've got in mind for the future. And do check out bluechippick.net. Blue Chip Picks are amazing. I do recommend them. And thanks to Matthew Goins for sending me, allowing me to have this sample pick of the Blue Chip Pick to review. You can check out that review here as well on my YouTube channel. Just do a search for Blue Chip Pick review, and it will come right up. So guys, I'll see you on the next video, whatever that may be. And thanks so much for watching. And please like, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Play some good guitar, and God bless.